Greetings, everyone. It is Friday, and I'm back at the house, and you can see that things pretty much look the same until we get here. And what you're seeing is the first wall that we're prepping for the house to be painted. So as you know, well, maybe you don't know. So let me just show you. These bricks are not even, and there are lots of gaps in them. So in order to have a beautiful wall or beautiful walls in the house, we have to do some serious preparation of these walls. We've got to fill in those cracks because I don't want air, or more importantly, bugs to come up in here, or little rodents or vermin, whatever. I don't want any of it in my house. So we've got to cover these walls, not just with the paint, but we've got to prep them so that there's a smooth surface on which the paint will adhere. So yesterday we washed the walls, and let me show you something I was really happy to see. See the soap that I bought to help with the walls. These tanks are being used to retrieve water. In the village, there is like a communal water tank, and there are guys who will go and get jerry cans full of water and then sell them throughout the village. And I think what they do is they must take the jerry cans, sell, and the cans are collected after use. I'm sure they don't like just keep giving out new jerry cans, because that would be wasteful. And as I mentioned in the climate change video, wasting things is not part of the culture in developing countries. It's in the developed countries, the Western countries, the global North, that it's like a disposable culture. You use something once and you toss it. Unfortunately, we have some political candidates who feel that way about people. Think about slavery. How there was this movie, 12 Years a Slave, where they showed people working in the fields, and one gentleman literally died in the fields. You just heard this plop, and the man was dead, working in the fields. Disposable, no retirement, just work till you drop. So we don't live in that kind of culture here. We live in a culture that values people, that values the things that we have. We find ways to reuse things. So I'm real happy about that. And I believe people the world over could learn a lot about how things are done in developing countries. So I'll get off my soapbox. You may remember, some of you who've seen the earlier videos, there were 3 panels along this wall. Well, yesterday I helped remove 1.5 of them. And so now you see that we have a smooth surface with which to work. So what will happen after we cover all of this with the mud or spackle, which is really supposed to only be used to fill in cracks? But we've got to cover the whole wall with it because of the unevenness of the bricks, because many of them have roughness on the surface. So you see Daniel smoothing things out. He just put some more water in the mud or the spackle, and so things are moving a lot more quickly. And we're going to ask a couple more guys to come and help so we can get this done. So after this is done, then the next day, we will sand the wall down so that it is really, really smooth. And after it's really, really smooth and the sand particles are dusted off, the next thing to do, let me put this on Daniel because he's just working so well. Daniel, you want to say hello? Yeah. Daniel is my guy. He is my guy. Yeah. And I really appreciate the fact that he's like, he's really directing this project. I'm letting him know what needs to be done, and he sees to it that it's getting done. So I really appreciate that. So anyhow, after this dries and we dust it off, then the next thing to do is put the primer on. Now, okay, I'm going to tell you. When I bought these materials, the salesperson said, "Oh, you need 2 coats of spackle." And I'm like, I don't think so. I think we can do 1. Because, I'm trying to save time and money. So we'll see if we need to put another coat on. I just don't see it. I think, well, let's see what happens after we sand it off and see if we can get it really smooth, a nice smooth wall. So anyhow, so once we get the nice smooth wall, get all the dust away, then we put the primer on, we let that dry. And then the next day, we can paint. And I'm really looking forward to that. So the colors are going to be a light gray and a nice soothing blue. I think I'll put that in the bedrooms and the bathrooms, the blue color, and the gray everywhere else, in the hall, the living dining room, and the kitchen. The utility room, we'll just take whatever paint is left, mix it together, and use that for the utility room. Doesn't have to be pretty. Most people are not going through there, mainly me, and that's just going in there to work, put the clothes in the washing machine or the dryer or bathe the cats, which I only do maybe once or twice a year. So, it's not a place that, has to be pretty, just covered. So, we're waiting for the windows and doors people to come. I'm not sure what's going on. I have reached out to him a couple times, but due to some internet problems today, I'm not able to. Daniel, I'm trying not to show your underwear. Daniel?
Yes?
Trying not to show your underwear.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I know you have a belt. I know you have one. Okay. So anyway, so once we get the paint and the windows and the doors, it will really start to look like a place where somebody could actually live. So progress is being made. And again, I want to thank you all for your support. The last I checked, we needed 15 more subscribers in order to get to 300. And if we can get to 300, then we can get to 500. If we can get to 500, then we're going to go for 750. After 750, we're going for 1,000. And then we got to get people to watch these videos so that we can monetize this channel. I was listening to a little video segment today that was talking about how hard it is for people of color to monetize or popularize their videos. So just as those of us who liked Star Trek feared, actually Star Trek was not guilty of that so much as some of these other space exploration shows. When I was growing up, I would notice that there would not be Black people in the future. So that was kind of interesting. So we want Black people, we want people of color to have their voices heard as well. So please help us by liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video. And let us know what you think we can do to make it better. I'm definitely open to suggestions. I'm using very rudimentary materials. I don't have fancy equipment, but I'm willing to get it. All right, with that, I'm going to, some fancy equipment. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to thank you again for your attention. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.